Hey guys, Rebecca here for an options update video. It has been a long time since I've done an options video, but I wanted to talk about it just a little bit with you guys. I know not everybody is into options, but this is something that I just wanted to touch on a little bit because I do feel like options are a thing that has a bad reputation, but it's something that can be done responsibly and safely and is a very easy way to earn some extra income. So while I don't feel like I know enough about options myself to teach how to do options trades, it is something that is a little bit difficult to wrap your mind around, but it's something that I have slowly learned over the years of watching financial YouTube, and it's something that I've started to do just to earn me a little bit of extra income. So I wanted to share with y'all my options spreadsheet and just show you guys the extra income that I have earned so far in 2022. Here we are. This is looking at my option spreadsheet that I got from the channel Financial Options with Thumper. I will link to his channel and some others that I feel like are good resources for learning about options once you feel like you are ready to get to that point. And on this kind of home page here, y'all can see that the total income that I have earned this year from options is $817.38. So yes, this is income that will be taxed as short-term capital gains, so a little bit of a higher tax rate, but y'all, this is $817 that I never would have earned if I didn't learn how to do options. And for me, I am a very casual options trader, you guys. I only sell options at this point. I am not buying any options contracts. That is the difference between a more risky approach to options and a safer approach to options, in my opinion. I prefer to sell contracts. I prefer to write the contracts and have all of the terms on what I want to do, put that out there, and let somebody else buy my contract and take on the risk themselves. So looking at the options that I have active right now, y'all can see that I only have 3 things on right now, and pretty much this entire year I have only been messing with Hyliion and MindMed. These are a couple of stocks that I already own and that I would not mind to have a little bit more of. So this is my whole thought process with selling options. Basically, I am putting a contract out there saying, look, I am willing to buy 100 more shares of these companies at a certain price if the company reaches that certain price by a certain date. And whoever buys my contract pays me a premium to hold me accountable to that contract, which is fine by me because I'm choosing a price that I like, a price that I would be happy to pay for these stocks that I already own. And if that stock price never happens by the contract expiration date, well, I still get to keep that premium that the person who bought my contract paid me. That is the income that I earned. And then I just turn around and write another contract. And I only use cash for my options trades. I do not get into margin at all. Again, it's just a safety thing for me. I only use the free cash that I have sitting in my Fidelity account to write these options contracts. And yes, it ties up the cash for a little while, whatever time period I make the contract. But you can't always close early. You'll end up paying a fee for that and typically do lose a little bit of money in that case. But being that an emergency fund is there for just emergencies anyway, it is not likely that I'm going to need that money. So that is the risk that I am willing to take. So this page that we are looking at here, I am filming this video on July 5th, and y'all can see here in column E the expiration date for all of these options trades that I have on currently is July 15th. And as of right now, the stock price for these contracts is higher than the price that I said I would buy these shares at. So that is your strike price. So for example, Hyliion is currently sitting at $3.43 a share. I have 2 contracts on Hyliion out there that are active that say I will buy 10 contracts, so 1,000 shares of Hyliion, if Hyliion price drops to 3 or below by July 15th. That is all this contract means. And I would be happy to buy Hyliion at that price. That is tying up $3,000 for this contract for the time being. But if Hyliion does not drop to $3 before July 15th, then this contract expires worthless, and I get to keep the premium that I earned that is listed over here in column R. So I wrote this contract way back on February 11th, and the premium that I earned from writing this contract was $343.19. Now, I could close this contract right now and earn a profit, but I am just going to let it expire because, again, I don't care if Hyliion does drop to $3 per share. I would like to buy the shares at that price. But given that July 15th is coming up pretty soon, I don't expect that Hyliion is going to drop down that low. So the most likely scenario here is that this contract is just going to expire worthless, and I will keep the entirety of the $343.19. Now, of course, you do have to pay whenever you do options trades, and that is what these fees here in column O are. So yeah, same thing. I have a second Hyliion contract out that I wrote on May 17th, same expiration date. This one I chose a strike price of $2 per share just to be super safe because I have 30 contracts for this options trade. So this means 30 contracts. Each contract is 100 shares. So I will buy 3,000 shares of Hyliion at a $2 strike price if they were to drop that low, and I would be happy to do that. That would be a basement bargain price for Hyliion. So again, this is another contract that I am just going to let expire come July 15th. I really don't think they're going to drop down to $2 in a couple of weeks, and the premium that I earned for this contract is a little bit less. It's $141.62, and that is because I wrote this contract in May, not in February. If I had put this on in February as well, it probably would have earned a little bit more premium because it was a longer time period, therefore higher likelihood that they could have dropped down to $2 a share. But it is what it is. This is an extra $141 that I wouldn't have earned if I didn't write this contract on Hyliion. So same premise applies here for MindMed, my last one that I have written. I wrote this contract on May 19th, expires same day, July 15th. And I actually wrote the contract for 10 contracts, but only one got bought, and I chose the lowest strike price for MindMed possible. This is a stock that had a big run up last year, but has since just kept deflating. But I like the company, I like what they're trying to do, and I feel like if they're successful in their mission, then the stock price is eventually going to go up. So I wrote 10 contracts at a 50-cent strike price, but only one got filled, which means that I only earned $4.71 for this contract, but that's fine. You know, if all 10 had gotten filled, it would have been a little bit more, but that's okay. I didn't fill any more, and I didn't want to move up to the next strike price for MindMed because the next strike price up was $1, and my cost basis on MindMed is actually negative. I have written so many options contracts that expired worthless and earned so much premium with MindMed that my cost basis in the stock is negative, which means that this stock could go completely bankrupt and go to zero, and I would still be profitable because I've been doing options with this company. And y'all can see, I don't know if you've noticed over here in column W here, this spreadsheet I have a lot of the contracts that have already expired hidden. But since I have started trading options, I have earned a total of $3,134.42 in premium. If I show you guys here all of the ones that I have hidden, you can see I've written a bunch of contracts here. And my profits and losses in column R, y'all can see. I have been earning some big premium here sometimes. Sure, some of these are negative. This negative 112.81 and negative 53.56, these are options contracts that I closed at a loss just because it was getting a little bit scary in the markets, and I decided that I'd rather have the money than the shares, so I closed them for a loss. But overall, I am still quite profitable for doing all of my options trades. Obviously, you don't win them all, and you have to be okay with a little bit of risk doing options, but you know what? Most of us are investors in the stock market. The stock market is risk as well. So my thought is you can do options safely if you choose to. You just have to take the time to learn about them, and that is a long process to do that. Like I said earlier, it really is a lot to kind of wrap your head around when you're first getting into options. I don't feel qualified to teach y'all how to do what I do with options, but I will list some channels down below in the pinned first comment that I recommend for beginners with options. These are channels that I personally have watched to try to wrap my own head around options and figure out what it is I would like to do as far as strategy goes. So it's a good place to start. But I do have to mention that the channel, It's Your Girl Rose, she used to do a lot more financial stuff. She's kind of moved over into the van life vlogging world recently, but she does have some really good options videos that explains kind of how it works. She is also selling a course on options. Don't buy it, y'all. The things that you need to know to get started, you can learn for free. But she does have some good options videos, so I'm going to link to her channel down below, along with some others, along with the channel where I got this spreadsheet for free. So yeah, if this is something that you would like to at least learn about, whether or not you decide it's for you, then those are some good resources for y'all. This is just what I'm doing as far as options go, and I do keep it very casual. There are some people that do this every single day, that do strategies that are way more risky than what I would ever do when it comes to options. And that is why it has such a reputation like it has, y'all. Keep it simple, play it safe, especially when you're first getting started. And once you get more comfortable with it, then it's up to you how you decide to take it further or not. So yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a monthly options update video because I just don't trade options enough, I feel like, to report on it monthly. But if I do make some big trades for the future or earn a lot of extra premium one month, then I may throw an options video in here randomly. So I hope that you guys at least found this a little bit helpful, a little bit informative, and maybe at least explaining a little bit why I like to do options the way that I do. The way I handle my options trades, honestly, I feel like it is no more risky than just investing in the stock market in general. That is my humble opinion. None of this should be taken as financial advice for you. You guys decide what it is that y'all like to do with your own levels of risk tolerance. But I do maintain some level of transparency on this channel with you guys, so I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like down below. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.